Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's podcast. This is the Arts Bonita podcast, where we bring you everything that's happening at our center, things that are happening in Bonita Springs and Southwest Florida in general. Today we have something very, very different for you. Normally, we're talking about instructors that have classes coming up. We're talking about programs. We're talking about improv shows, whatever it may be. But we have with us Floyd Nation. And this is the band that is performing all over Florida, all over the United States, and everywhere. They go everywhere. And we're going to be talking to them. We're going to be learning about things that they have coming up. We're going to be talking about our connection with them. We're going to be talking about some collaborations that we have coming up. But first, I just wanted each of you to introduce yourself to our audience. We'll start with you. Just let them know who you are, what you do in the band, and maybe how you got, when did you get introduced to the band? Were you there from the beginning? Tell us a little bit about your personal story with the band.
Sure. I'm Will Kaiser. I sing vocals and I play guitar, rhythm guitar for Floyd Nation. And I've been involved with Floyd Nation pretty much since the inception, pretty much since we started forming the idea for what would be Floyd Nation. I've been there. It's been a journey of fandom into this awesome project, and I'm super happy to be part of it. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for being here.
Hi, I'm Brendan. I've been working on putting a Floyd project together for most of my life. So I was really happy to have met these fellas. I play electric guitar, and I sing, and I play lots of other stuff in the band. All the sound design and sound effects you hear. Most of that comes from me and the spare time that I have to put together a Pink Floyd project such as this.
He's a busy man for us. We're very appreciative of
Very
his
much so, very
talents.
much so. Hello, my name is Jason Collins. I'm the bassist in the band. I'm the one of the guys that started making the phone calls to say, hey, Will, Brendan, we've all talked about this idea at some point in time or another, so let's get together and actually see what happens. And then you get, a bunch of dudes in a room hanging out. Things happen. And, what happened this time is Floyd Nation, what we see today. And it's been 4 years so far, of third year of touring. We started late 2021, rehearsing in a garage, then moved into a studio for a while. Started touring late 2022. Sold roughly $1 million in ticket sales our first year of touring in 2023. This year, January, we went off to London, recorded an album in Abbey Road Studios, just because. And we have just so much more coming up, things that we want to do, ideas that are popping up through the ether all the time that we just try and make it happen.
Wow, that is impressive. I'm thinking you guys got together one day and you're like, oh, we should do something. Did you consider just being like Dungeons and Dragons, just playing Dungeons and Dragons and not doing a band? How quickly did you come to the band?
I think at the start of it, I don't know that any of us had the idea that it would be a national thing.
Wow.
When we were first coming up with the idea, maybe we were dreaming maybe one day, but I don't know that we had our minds focused on that. At first, we were starting local, but it became apparent quickly from the response, maybe we could take this national, and it's really blown up beyond what I think we thought, at the very inception of this. We thought we might be more local as a band.
Yeah, I can add to that a little bit. I mean, for my part, I went and saw another well-known Pink Floyd tribute back around 2017 at the Hertz Arena, and I was really impressed. And I remember thinking to myself, there's room in the world for another one, definitely. And I remember also going home and I got behind my synthesizers and I started designing sounds for a hypothetical Pink Floyd project. The directive I gave myself was everything is going to be built from scratch, from the ground up. I'm going to research how they got all these sounds, and I'm going to see if I can make it happen. I didn't really know anybody to work with at the time. I was working locally in corporate music, playing weddings, etc. That's how Jason and I met.
That's a great story.
Things started coming together. I'll let you expound on that if you'd like.
So we meet. I see an ad in a Facebook group for musicians. I need a bass player for a corporate gig. So I respond, hey, I'm a bass player. I can do this gig. I'm free. I'll cancel whatever low-paying gig I have for this. I was actually off that night. And Brendan sends me a set list and goes, I need to know that you can do 100% of these songs. Fully, start to finish. I looked at this list of like 60 songs, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do every single one of these songs. Yes, I can do it. So I crammed, and we start doing the gig. Brendan hears that I was in another Pink Floyd tribute at the time here locally. So we're in the middle of a dance set, and I look over, and Brendan's got his guitar up playing Gilmore Lakes during like Play That Funky Music, and like just flowing, and the technical prowess, the tone, the nuance, the subtle nuances of what I was hearing just there at a wedding. Mm-hmm. I knew there was something special then.
Wow.
I was just trying to impress him. Like he said, I knew he was in another Pink Floyd band. I had a Pink Floyd band in my room with myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, why not join up with these guys and see what happens next?
Right. But it wasn't the right place, right time. Mm-hmm. And wasn't the right situation, wasn't the right band. So, but fast forward, we currently have 8 on stage, 2 backing vocalists. This tour coming up, we will have Shannon Robinson and Tanisha Harris on our backing vocalists with us. And we have, this was going to come out on the 19th, roughly?
Yeah, I think so. 2 weeks from 2 days ago.
Okay, cool.
The 19th would be a
Wednesday.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the 20th of November, we're going to be in Sanger Hall in Pensacola. It'll be our second time there. 21st, we're going over to Jacksonville to the Florida Theater, which is our 3rd or 4th time there. Mm-hmm. And if you are up in that area or familiar with that area at all, it's a beautiful theater. Kevin Stone and all of the crew down at the Florida Theater have been taking care of us for a long time.
Wow.
Great place. That's the 21st. Then the 22nd, we are at Ruth Eckerd Hall in Clearwater. So
that'll be our 4th time at Ruth Eckerd Hall. Such an amazing venue. Gosh, it's a privilege to play at Ruth Eckerd Hall because everybody plays at Ruth Eckerd Hall.
Yes, it's
a lot of big names.
Famous venue and
world renowned.
And famous for the food.
Yes,
and amazing.
We've revamped our VIP set list today for that gig, and
we're not telling.
Cannot wait. We won't tell them yet today what we're playing, but we've got something special lined up for that, so it'll be really nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow. It's really interesting learning about all this because my creative background is in film production and writing and things like that, and I've had similar experiences with getting together with friends and being like, we're going to make this film or we're going to make this show or this pilot, and it seems like it's the same. It's the same kind of energy. You dream it up. You don't know where it's going to go. You have hopes of what it can be. I think it's incredible what you guys are doing. I do have to say, like for Arts Bonita, getting connected with Floyd Nation, there's a whole bunch of interesting connections here. One of which is that Will's daughter performs with us in the improv shows. Crystalline does great. Crystalline is a high school student, or is she in 8th grade?
She's middle school. Yeah, she's 13 grade, going on 14 in December. Yeah,
huge. So she was just taking classes with us, and then she started rehearsing with us, and now she performs with us in our shows, and she's great and she's fun and she's so unique and she's great. So we have these interesting connections, and then our technical director Kevin Good, he's always in there. He's obsessed with lighting and sound and all this stuff, and he tells me, he's like, hey, these guys are donating this equipment. I'm like, oh, what are they donating? Like a broomstick and what,
right, yeah.
And he this stuff gets rolled in these giant cases. I'm like, what is that? He's like, it's a Midas. And I'm like, Midas, because again, I'm not a band musician person. So I'm looking at this, but I still geek out on tech stuff. And so I'm looking at it and I'm saying, God, this thing is enormous. That board is huge. I'm like, so this does sound and light and blah. He's like, just sound. And I'm like, oh my God, this enormous board. I'm gonna show you guys in a second like what this board actually looks like. But the fact that you guys were able to connect with us and think about us and to be able to donate that stuff to Arts Bonita, like we can't tell you how grateful we are. It's being used right now. Like we could walk over there into the room and you would see it, and Kevin will be like drooling over it. And it's all on and lit up, and we use it in our shows, and it's active and it's making a difference. So I just from Arts Bonita to you guys, like, thank you so much.
You are so very welcome.
Once I heard, I think Jon had mentioned to me that they were considering donating it.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that's great. And he's like, I'm thinking about Arts Bonita. And I was just stopped him while I like, don't look further. Yes, right there. Just don't. He's like, okay, all right. So I was like, no further look. So yeah, we were proud to do it. And we know it's going to get good use here. On the great productions that you guys do, across the board.
Yeah, so. let me show you really quick. I'm going to get rid of that. So this right here is like a little video of what this board looks like, and this is just audio. I was blown away by this.
Yeah, it's like a spaceship.
It is. Yeah. It is the Midas Pro X. It is heavy. The preamps are.
It's top notch.
Top notch.
Yeah.
You know, the warmth.
I was like, that was just like crazy to me. And then I gotta say, there's also, you guys donated truss, like 8 truss. I don't know what you call it, units.
8 sticks of truss.
Okay. Yeah. Sticks of trust and of truss. And then I also, I know you guys gave also a lot of lighting as well. And I know there was a lot of stuff that was in there that Kevin was able to add to increase our production value with the lighting. Obviously, he was able to build out that truss. I know specifically that triangle piece that's kind of on the back of the stage. I don't know if we can see it here. I'm gonna try to go to another clip where we might be able to see it on this one as I pan over to the left. But as you get over to the left, there's like a triangle that's kind of behind the band. And I know that was a big piece that we're able to put together because of this, along with the lights. There was also, if I'm not mistaken, I think you guys donated this. What is that?
So that is a DL351. That is a preamp. And so all the instruments on stage, they all get plugged into different boxes.
Yeah.
Those boxes, all that cabling goes back to that one box. And that box gets connected to a brain that gets connected to the Pro X and the Pro 2. So you're able to run monitors on the Pro 2, the front of house from the Pro 1, or from the Pro X.
Okay.
And they share a brain.
And they're sharing gain structure and different things, the communication between the two systems.
Yeah.
And a universe, right? You guys also, was there a universe that, because even something as simple as the cases, which are, those are expensive, like if you want to get a good one. I mean, Kevin was in there showing me a cheap one that we tried to get, and he's like, see how the screws don't even line up? And he's like, but look at this one. And it's like one of the ones that you guys donated to us, and it looks so nice, and it's racked. Plus, you can just quickly pack it up and move it if you needed to.
That's Midas for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the really cool thing is we share a common element, so to speak, between Arts Bonita and Floyd Nation. Floyd Nation was started on the fact that we wanted to create an event where people are able to put all their everything. The world is a weird place, Jon. And I mean, not only do we have Brendan in it, Will's here as well. So it's even. I'm not even gonna bring myself into that equation, because then it's just a cubed thing. But when we talk about, we wanted to have an event where everyone could leave all their BS outside, all the worry, all of the stress, everything.
I need that.
Yeah, we all need that. And then to go into a room to commune with like-minded individuals that are reliving the memories that they built growing up, falling in love with this music and whatever core memories they made.
Right, it's a shared love of the same music, the same band. That's a huge part of the communal atmosphere, and
so it's that building community that where we share a common goal. And it's one of the things that I think separates us from other bands.
Right. I think, rather than just playing the music when we're on stage, we really make it apparent we're kind of celebrating the music with the audience, as opposed to like, we're here to play this for you and you're here to make us feel good. It's like we're more trying to, just celebrate the music, because every time we play it, we love it. We're huge fans of this music, and to hear it played well and right, we're as excited as the fans are. So that's a huge part of what we do and how we do the Floyd Nation way.
One of our co-founders, Jon Conrath in the band, he's in financial services for his full-time job or career, whatever you want to call it. He started a firm called Portfolio Medics, based out of Bonita, in 2008 with his partner John Billy. And part of the reason why they started the firm is not being able to find the solutions that they wanted to be able to provide to their clients, and the freedom to be able to present themselves as they are, and to be able to service their clients as they feel is the best way, instead of having to fall into some type of a cog in a wheel type of situation. When you see Floyd Nation, you're seeing 8 individuals on stage performing the music that we all love to perform, but presenting our authentic selves. There's no masking, there's no ulterior, it's at least half a dozen times, on stage throughout the night that Will and I crack each other up.
Oh yeah, no, we're
Like
just
visibly,
playing around
yeah.
up there. We're having fun. It's a fun gig. We're partying. Justin too, Tanisha up there, like she's a cut up. She's not having to sing her part where she's uber serious and like super on point. If she's has a free moment, Tanisha Harris, she is such a cut up on stage. She's so funny. Tanisha Harris from The Voice.
Season 18 of The Voice.
Season 18 of The Voice.
She got second place on Blake's team.
Yeah,
Wow.
That year.
An incredible singer. She does a great gig in the sky. I'm saying she's one of the best in the world, if not the best right now. Singing a great gig in the sky.
I'm very biased on that, and I have to agree.
Yeah.
I have to agree.
Yeah, just to expound on what you said really quickly. We have a great group of musicians in this band, and what I find extraordinary is everybody on stage is experiencing this music in a very real, very deep way. Every time we perform, we are completely embedded in this music, and then just regurgitating it in such a meaningful way that just draws people in. Pink Floyd's music already is just so diverse. You can't pin it down. Every song is like its own world, and we are fully invested in that world every time we play.
Well, what I love about when Pink Floyd came out, I was born in the early 70s, but when Pink Floyd came out, it just sounded different than everything else. It just had that different vibe. You can hear stuff and you go like, oh, who is that? You kind of hear it off in the distance. With Pink Floyd, you knew it was Pink Floyd. So I know that I would love to get out to see you guys, when you are performing in this. When is the next time you're performing in Southwest Florida specifically?
November 15th. That's the closest show to where we are right now. That's at the Seminole Casino in Immokalee.
It's a 21 and up show in the casino, but definitely worth getting a ticket, get a babysitter for the night.
Yeah. The next closest will be actually the night before, 11/14 in Fort Lauderdale. Not too bad. It's less
Parker
than 2
Playhouse.
hours.
Parker, yeah.
Less than 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Those are the closest to Southwest.
Yeah.
Parker is a great venue also. So.
And then the 15th, we're at
The casino on the 15th.
the 15th is casino. So 13th, we're going to be in the Villages. So that's like 3.5 hours up.
Okay. Yeah.
If you want to venture up by the Immokalee or the Orlando area.
I've been through there. Yeah. Is that 3? That's about 3.5 hours. Yeah. Well, I want to just really quickly go to the website.
Sure.
If we can look at this, Adam. So this is their website, floydnation.live. Is that what's the actual website?
It's floydnation.live.
Okay. Floydnation.live. And if you go here, obviously you can go here for any of their upcoming performances. They have a lot of different things coming here. They have a store. They have, everything. But one of the things that we want to talk about was van. Can you tell me about the van project?
So, the van project. What you're seeing on screen is the machine. It's a 2015 or 16 GMC extended cargo van that Jon decided he wanted to build an A-Team style van, but make it Pink Floyd.
It looks so good.
It's been Floyderized.
Yeah. This is the second rendition on the wrap outside, and the sound system in it. It's got dual 12s in a box.
Kick and sound system sounds great.
The red
Plush
shag
interior.
carpet.
Yeah.
That's like red shag carpet complete throughout the entire back.
Wow.
It is. It's gaudy. It's so great.
I've used that van. That van has hauled. It's helped me move. We took that up to Gainesville for an F5 gig. To like 2-3 years ago. It's an awesome van. So Jon is like, how do I continue connecting with people, and how do I continue building community? And he's like, I've got this. After he called me up and said, hey, we've got the Midas gear. Find me a place that I can donate it to. He's like, what can we do with the van? So why don't we do a nationwide raffle? Not a raffle, a sweepstakes.
Giveaway.
And the money raised is going to go to Music Alive Southwest Florida, which is a Fort Myers-based nonprofit that Jon and I are on the board with. And the potential to be able to meet new people, form relationships, as well as to be able to raise money for Music Alive, where portions of that will also go to Golisano Children's Hospital. It's just an awesome thing, to be able to give back like that again. It's just another thing, where we want to build this area. I know you guys are talking about building a 1,100 seat performing arts center. Jon and I want to help put that together. We're going to figure out a way to help get that built and funded. I'm saying it here right now.
We all
What
want
time is
to
it?
see that
2:37.
happen.
Make sure that watch works.
2:37 p.m. on today.
Performance is super important to all of us
Yes.
in general,
Music
and
heals.
local performance and supporting local artists never been more important than now. So
We talk about it all the time, especially with everything, whether it's classes that we're talking about or shows or music. Creative outlet, if you don't have it, you're missing out.
Right.
You're lacking something. If you don't have a creative outlet, you got to find one. And that's why we're always trying to encourage people to come to the center, look at what we have going on, because you might not be an artist in a painting sense. You might not be someone who can speak really well on stage, but you might be a tech whiz on a computer editing media or mixing audio or whatever. And it's like, if you don't have that outlet, you got to find it. And you guys have it.
Yep, and you have great courses here too. And in fact, there's one of your film courses I'm still dying to take.
Oh yeah,
that I still
the
need
short film workshop.
Yes, I still need to get in there. I would love to get in there. I just haven't had the time. But your courses are great here. The adult education here is incredible. So yeah.
Right on. Yeah. Well, speaking of adult education, we have another thing in the works.
Yeah.
Because it's just an idea. How do we?
Yeah.
Again, how do we continue building community and reinvest into our local Southwest Florida area? And we had the idea of, again, I'm biased. In the world of guitar playing, when it comes to David Gilmour, and Brendan, can you just cut it for me? So you have David Gilmour, all right, but then you have players like Brendan McDonald and Ray Nesbitt, who have spent a lifetime amassing a set of skills to not just to be able to regurgitate material, but to be able to speak like David Gilmour. And there's David Gilmour, as far as him setting the bar, but then there's Brendan and Ray right next to him, just slightly underneath. I haven't found guitar players that have a better tone approach.
Yeah, I think
everything.
Brendan, you can probably speak to it. Whereas, like you listen to Gilmore's guitar playing, and as good as he is, there's many guitar players who may be faster or more skilled than he is. But there's something about his playing that you achieve that many can't. What is that thing that you're doing?
I mean, Gilmore
me.
is so expressive and is such a minimalist, and he really makes use of not playing. It's just as important when he's speaking, the notes that he's not playing, but the notes that he does choose to play are just chosen so carefully and so expressively. And it's something that people feel. I mean, people love Pink Floyd for all kinds of different reasons, but I think one of the things about this band is how it makes people feel. It really hits them somewhere deeply.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time early on.
I feel it.
Yeah, you really feel it deeply, and as we all do, I think, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, feel was something that we still tackle that, to this day during rehearsals, is making sure that we have the
During
feel.
sound check.
And sound checks too. Making sure that we have the right feel that, to be able to deliver it to where we're satisfied.
Yeah, and to what you were talking about, we're looking at this, we're calling it the Groove Summit. We are inviting people in our community to come, and from outside of our community to come participate in this weekend workshop. It's going to be taking place the weekend of January 10th and 11th. It's just a spreadsheet, and I have to show it. On January 10th and 11th, and it's going to be kind of an all-day thing for guitarists, for bassists, for drummers to come and learn from professionals and jam. And then basically it culminates to an actual let's get on stage and do something. So just look out for it. We're going to be releasing information about it soon. It's going to be called the Groove Summit. It's going to be on those dates that I said, January 10th and 11th, coming up, all-day workshop. You can do just the one day, or you can do the whole weekend. You can do different things. It just depends on what you're interested in. But I can tell you that at Arts Bonita, like, we want to get rolling on some music here. Like, we have tons of music playing here for performances, but we want to start educating and building that community. And we want people to see Arts Bonita as a place to come, to grow, to connect, that community aspect, to come and do this with other people. I think that's what the Groove Summit is going to be. It's going to bring people together, musicians together, to come and connect and to grow and to have an experience.
Yes. Yeah. And, we're the tentative schedule, day one is going to be an acoustic day, where Brendan and Ray are going to be talking about different things, whatever that curriculum ends up being. It's all TBD as of right now. We all love TBD. And
a day in the life, actually 2 days in the life of a couple of touring guitar players.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a drum summit also, but I'm not going to speak to that. But
so
pretty much, the process.
Justin's got plans, yeah.
Yeah. The process, all the way from walking up on stage and plugging in your stuff to dialing it into, how do you approach playing music with other people, and all the ins and outs of that.
Yeah. Day one's going to be an acoustic day. Day two, we've got it tentatively as an electric day.
Yeah.
Drum and bass workshop on Sunday as well in a separate area. And then that'll culminate into, performances.
Yeah. And this is kind of like, this is just the beginning.
This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. It's really up to you all in the network that come here to Arts Bonita that, would find this interesting to see if this will work. I think it could work. I know that both Brendan and Ray have a lot Brendan, Ray, and Justin have a lot to offer as far as knowledge, experience, and just a want to teach,
Yeah, we're going to make it fun. It's for everybody. It doesn't matter the skill level. It's just going to, again, be an insight into how we approach making music and kind of pull them in and, have some fun. We'll jam at the end. We'll get the band together up on stage and make it a free-for-all.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Awesome. Well, I mean, look, I'm so happy that you guys were able to stop by, that we're able to do this, because what was important to me was I wanted to bring you guys on and say thank you.
You're so very welcome.
Yeah, I wanted to say thank you for the stuff that you donated to the center. I want to say we are excited to build a relationship together, get this Groove Summit going, and start creating this this energy of a music hub for people that want to play instruments, learn instruments, grow, expand wherever they are in their journey of playing instruments. We just want that to be something that people know that Arts Bonita is. You can do that here, and so yeah.
And it's crazy because it's not lost on me, or all. It's actually I'm going to go ahead and speak for the band. It's not lost on us the privilege that we get to be able to perform. It's in our job title. We get to play.
Yeah, we play.
We play music. We get together. Like I get together with my best friends, and I get to play music. And
so yeah, we think of that all the time.
Yeah.
That's never forgotten that we're very privileged to get to do this.
And it's
so
because of people who want to see live performances, who want to see music kept alive, and understand the fact that music heals, that are helping keep us to be able to, allowing allowing us to be able to continue doing what we're doing and what we love to do, and live out our passions. Which is why we really want to make a way forward for the next generation, be it of potential performers, be it a choir joining us on stage to kids choir to sing a Brick in the Wall Part 2, or being able to just connect anywhere, before, during, after the show with everyone. It's awesome. So
Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
you're very welcome. Oh, one last thing.
Yeah.
Before you, I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
There are 2 more lights in my garage.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Kevin, more toys.
Okay. Hey, everybody. You just saw a live donation take place during an Arts Bonita podcast. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. We'll talk after. And I'll get Kevin excited. So just want to say again to everybody out there, we're excited to have Floyd Nation with us today. Please go to the website, go to floydnation.live and look at their upcoming performances. Go get your tickets, go check them out, go support them. I think it's more than just supporting them. It's go have an experience, because it seems very, very positive what you guys are doing. What I love is when people are out there doing the stuff that they're passionate about, and you can see it on stage because they're happy. I think that high vibration stuff is the bee's knees. I never say phrases like that. That's weird that I just did.
I've heard you say that.
No, you haven't. Maybe in private. But I just think it's so great, and I'm a big I just, the power of the arts and what it can mean for people. There's so many people out there that are struggling, so many people who just feel like they haven't found their place. I feel like if you haven't found your place, it's just because you haven't looked hard enough in the arts. There's always an open door to some area of art. So
Yes.
Anyway, I just thank you guys so much for being here. We look forward to talking to you again, getting updates, and we'll certainly keep doing our part to promote and push Floyd Nation awareness and get people out to your shows.
Awesome.
Right on.
Thank you.
Thank you a lot.
All right.
for having us.
All right, everybody. That's it for the Arts Bonita podcast. We'll see you next time.